been talking to these people for a while, signed up for auditions. They're basically people that look for new talent. They're trying to find new talents, 4 and up, so adults can do it, teens can do it, and kids, of course. And they just want, and I think you act in front of a certain number of agents or whatever, and regardless, you get free headshots. And then it's really quick, and then you get to leave and everything. And I just wanted to try it for the experience, and if I get a phone call later, great. If I don't, then okay. So earlier today, I went downtown in my city, and the company is called the Industry Network, which isn't something I've always been aware of. I actually discovered it on Facebook one day, scrolling, doing whatever people do on Facebook, and I saw a link to it, and I read some comments. Some people were skeptical about this, and so was I. I was like, oh, okay. I clicked on it and read a little bit before signing up. So I signed up, and because I've always been kind of fond of the entertainment industry. I think it's a brilliant industry. I think it's amazing to get, creative minds out in the world and doing things, acting, singing, modeling, doing whatever, entertaining people. And so I signed up, and I was emailing back and forth, this person, and, kind of asking some questions, whatever. And, long story short, we go there. We go there today, and, it was at 12 p.m. We got there a little bit earlier, so I could, go ahead and sign in and everything. So there was about maybe 20 people there that showed up to this. And, this person was talking about different actors that they either represent now or have represented in the past. And I recognized some of the actors she had told us about. And, I was like, okay. It was long, okay. I'm not used to that. I've never auditioned for anything in my entire life, so I did not realize how long of a process that was. And that, no offense to them, auditions take a long time, and it wasn't the auditions that took a long time. It was them talking, them explaining their company, what they stand for, who they represent, how long they've been around, yada yada. And I got this packet from them, and there's different things for actors, models, and singers to read about each position, each category. Nothing against them. I'm sure they're great for people who are financially stable and have a good job, maybe have 2 people supporting one another, and of course people who have enough money to be stable, if not a little bit more than that, for like trips or extra things, such as something like this, because I'm going to get down to the nitty gritty and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but there is a charge. Not this time, just the experience, the first time experience part of it doesn't cost, and you got free headshots for today's auditions and everything. But if you got like called back, like, hey, we have selected you to be a part of this, you're really good, yada yada, you go back and you audition again the second time, but that time they will ask for money, and that is going to be $495 for actors, models, and singers. If you wish to do the Master Talent course, which would include, I think, 2 of the top categories, would bottom down to $2,400, which is $2,400, which is still, it's even more. And I was, because this is the thing, that I'm not trying to knock them down or anything like that. I'm sure they're great. They seem to have a lot of experience, but when you don't have that kind of information in an email that you send out to people you're looking to interest in something like this, you're going to confuse and even manipulate a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are going to think it's just free, you know, just to get a start. You don't have to pay a dime throughout all of this, even past when you get an agent. But because this kind of stuff, the $495 they're going to ask you about the second time you go in for this, it was not in the email at all. It wasn't in the email. It wasn't on their website or whatever. Because I read thoroughly every inch of their email that they sent to me and their website. Nothing said there was going to be a charge. Nothing. They basically talked about what they look for, actors, models, and singers, and what each category needs to prepare. Like the actors obviously get a script going and everything. Models, you have pictures and stuff, and then singers have a song. But nothing said, hey, and we're going to ask for such and such amount of money the second time you go in. If we were to select you and you were to follow through with our company, we're going to ask you for a fee. They did not say that. They didn't say it when they were explaining everything there at the place, and they don't state it on their website or email. It's just something you gotta look for when you look at different companies and industries like this, because I don't want to say it's a scam, because a scam more or less is something to trick you into giving them money and you don't get anything back in return. There's just a lot of evidence that they have been successful throughout the years. It's not like a dumb teen behind a computer trying to take people's money from a bank or whatever. But I'm just saying, before you do anything like this, I would say read the fine print, but let's be honest, there wasn't any fine print on the website, on the email. It wasn't until I got this book that I saw that it was going to cost me and basically break my bank to do this. See right here, see the money, and then for each category. It's ridiculous. It really is. And I was disappointed. Going there, waiting however long we waited for, I began getting less and less committed to doing this. Because it is a lot of work. It's a lot more than playing basketball after school or whatever. It's a lot more than everyday extracurriculars. This is a job. This isn't something you do for college credits or high school credits. This is a job, and you have to be committed to it. I think I'm just going to do my own thing. It would be a lot cheaper that way, and that way I don't have to be bankrupt, if I pursued this. So that's just basically what I wanted to talk about. And again, not necessarily breaking them down and destroying their reputation, but be wise, be cautious when going into this sort of thing. I've been looking around for a long time for potential auditions in my state, like somewhere around me, close to me. And I finally found this. And of course, I did not really hesitate. I wanted to pursue this, at least for the experience. Either, I could be disappointed when I walked in the doors, which I kind of was after I saw the price. But at least I would have the experience. And I'm getting digital headshots emailed to me in about a week or two, which are free. At least I think. So, just be cautious, be wise, and thank you for watching today's vlog type video, and I will see you next time.